got another live, the early morning show. Let me correct myself. The early morning show today, we're going to talk about happiness or settling. That's what we're going to talk about. Let's get to it, man. I ain't playing no games with y'all today. I got a good show today, a great show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right now, Annika 9.5 Beats is live. The morning show. At least 3 times out of 7 days in the month. So every 7 days, within 7 days, I'm doing 3 shows. It could be in the morning, it could be in the evening. But today we're going to do it in the morning. And first of all, I want to shout out all my subscribers, all the people that comment certain things when it comes to my channel, and the people that hit the like button. Let's give it up for them. I want to apologize for my earliest live. I did not have my camera quality right. But I chose not to delete my videos because I need to study and I need to make sure that I get better and better each and every day. And I'm not ashamed to say that, it's not a mistake. It's just that I didn't know what the hell I was doing. All right, all right. And then shout out to Irv Gotti. Rest in peace, my G. Cancer Nation, June 26th in the 70s. I felt like as a producer, as a CEO of his own company or whatever he was, I think he held it. I think he really did a hell of a job when it comes to that. But us cancers, man, we go crazy. You know what I mean? We're very sensitive, and we could be hateful, we could be mischievous, and we also can be petty. And just like anybody else, it doesn't matter what sign you are, but I'm just talking about cancers right now, real quick. Yeah, and cancers be lying too. You did. And I wouldn't say that cancers lie because they just lie. They just always want to be right, and they don't ever want to be wrong, and they want people to believe everything they have going on, and they will tell a lie and back it up. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it can become true, as long as it's not cheating or anything like that. So, shout out to Irv Gotti. You know what I'm saying? He passed away last night. I think around about 12:01 is he was on life support. But he's in a better place, and he doesn't have to worry about Ashanti anymore. You know what I'm saying? She can live a peaceful life, and he could, rest in peace. So at the end of the day, it's all about peace. Let's give it up. But before I start my show, okay, let me get in the mic real quick. This is what I really want to say right now, all right? I really want to do this live morning show. This is dedicated to all my haters and regulators, okay? I'm going to repeat that again. Haters and regulators. This goes out to you. This also goes out to all the people that subscribe to my channel. It goes out to all the gentlemen and the beautiful women in the world. It goes out to all the people that's hustling and the people that don't know which direction they're going into. All right? Let's get it. But yeah, this is personal today. I got some things I really want to address. You know what I mean? I got some things I really want to address, and I'm gonna start with the haters and regulators. All right, I'm on a block mission, and this is not directed to anybody that I don't like or anybody that I don't want to be associated with. You know what I mean? Anybody that I'm associated with, you get a pass. And not to mention, if it's on my end, you get a pass. If I owe you or I haven't talked to you and I've been a little bit of distance or I've been distant for a minute, it's on me. I will take full responsibility to say, hey, I'm the problem. And the beautiful thing about this whole situation is I am going to fix it. I promise on everything I love. As long as I'm breathing and as long as I'm able to move around and do what I need to do, you know what I'm saying, in the future, to death do us apart. This goes for everybody that I'm cool with, that I haven't spoke to or I haven't talked to. I'm gonna get right. I promise you. Now, on the flip side, for the people that I don't rock with or we had problems in the past and I blocked you and that's just the way it is, it's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Some things never change. You know what I'm saying? I blocked you because you messing up my focus. You know what I mean? I blocked you because we're not on the same page. And I ain't know if I blocked you, I am not the problem. And if I was the problem, then guess what? If you subtract that, then I remove myself from your life so I wouldn't be the problem again. All right? But let's keep it a buck now. Okay? One thing I cannot stand about blocking someone, all right? I cannot stand, okay? I cannot stand a person that you block and they know that you're not rocking with them and you don't want to talk to them, and it could be on both sides, I will explain to you what I mean, okay? What Anakin means, all right? First initiation when it comes to blocking, all right? If we had a problem with each other and, you know what I'm saying, I know we're not good and we don't have any good intentions, I block you. If we was around each other in the past and things didn't go right and you cross me, I block you, okay? Now, what I cannot stand on that situation is I cannot stand the person that you block and you know and they know that you don't rock with them and they go get fake accounts, right? They go get fake accounts. This is what I'm learning at 47. And they still trying to follow you. They still trying to see what you got going on. Girls and gals, give that shit up. Like, why are you still trying to find that person? Why do you still want to regulate and try to see what that person is doing? It's clear that that person doesn't like you. Whether it was your friend or your relationship, that's basically what it is. And now I don't know, man. We have some people out here that block their family members. Now, let me say this. I'm gonna keep it a buck for all you haters and regulators. All right. If you're a family member of mine and I know you and you know me, I did not intentionally block you because I don't care about you. I did not block you because I have a problem with you. I do not have any problems with nobody in my family, okay? If I blocked you, I don't want you in my damn business. All right? On this journey that I'm going through, on this journey that I'm on, I don't need somebody in my family to be trying to see what I have going on. So you can talk to the next person and talk to the next person and talk to the next person. All right? Let's get it under control, gang, when I come to my family. If you want to know what I'm doing, you can simply just text me or call me. I probably won't answer your text, but if I feel the need to, I'll call you. All right? Because family members are nosy. They're not going to help you. If you ask them for $10 or $15, they're not going to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? But they want to see you during the holidays and say, what do you got going on? You know what I mean? Well, damn, you know what I got going on. That's why you asked the question. Because you want to see exactly what I was going to say. When you already know through the internet and other sources when it comes to computers and technology, you know you got the resources to see what I'm doing. But here's the trick. Just because you see what a person is doing on the internet, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're a bad person. That does not necessarily mean that they have something going on that it has no business. Remember, 98% of the internet is really entertainment. And I'm talking about that's across the board. Fashion, design, making someone believe something that's not there. Now, if you have your own business, let's give them a round of applause. So, yes, to all the family members out there, I have you blocked. If I do, it's nothing personal. If I see you in person, I will speak to you, give you a hug. We can talk about life. I'm more of a hands-on person. You know, just because I post stuff on the internet, it is what it is. But in person, that's the real me. That's the real Anakin 9.5, aka Lulu. So let's get that, keep it tight and keep it under control, all right? You're here for a reason to go on my YouTube channel. And to sum it all up when it comes to blocking, all right, for the people that I have blocked, when it goes across the board, I do have you blocked, and I know I got you blocked due to the fact that you can come to my YouTube channel. you see it all works out. You can't block people on YouTube. I mean, you could restrict them or do whatever you got to do, but on YouTube, you can still see me. You can still see what I'm doing. You can still see what I'm going on. But when it comes to these other platforms that I have, I want you on my YouTube channel. Okay, so let's applaud for that. But some of you knuckleheads is not gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna get on here and just look, see what I got going on. You're not gonna comment. You're not gonna hit the like button. You're just gonna be nosy. And you know how I know? Because I can see it through the views. It's cool. I don't see who you are. I don't see who it is. But just keep watching and keep looking and keep being nosy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, because everybody got a strategy in life, and that's my strategy. And let's see, are you bold enough? Let's see if you very, very intelligent enough to not come to my channel. I'm talking about the blockers that I block from other platforms. Let's see how bad it's gonna hit you in your heart. It's gonna get inside your skin and be like, damn, I'm not gonna look at his channel. But just remember, every time you come over here and you look on my channel and you scroll through my shit, you know what I'm saying? You're helping me out. And I appreciate it. And that's the way it is. And some things never change. Let's go. Yeah, you should block people that block your vision. When you can't think straight and you got to get on the phone and you got to get on your computer and see what somebody else is doing, this is somebody that you know. This is somebody that you have been acquainted with. This is someone that, probably hurt your feelings or you hurt their feelings. Or y'all had a misunderstanding when it could have just been understood. And if it's not, you can be credible by just being understood by just blocking them. You dig? That's what I'm talking about. So I just wanted to break down why I block people. And you should too, gang. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to block somebody. And sometimes I know some of y'all, I might block somebody and be like, all right, a year later, 2 years later, 5 years later, I might be like, all right, let me get in here and doggone see what this person got going on. Because don't get me wrong, I'm not contradicting myself. I do care about everybody. I do love everybody. But when I'm on my warpath, when I'm on my journey, you know what I'm saying? Even if I'm happy, I might just get really, really happy and be happy and everything goes the way it's supposed to go according to plan. And I might unblock you. But then again, I'm savage. You feed me. I'm so savage. I don't be caring. And when you are moving up in the world, whenever you come up in the world, no matter what it is, what you have going on, and you becoming is the key word. When you becoming successful, people gonna hate. People not gonna acknowledge you. And people are just gonna sit back and watch. It's either gonna be, if you fail, they're gonna be, I told you, dog. Girl, I told you he wasn't gonna do it. She wasn't gonna do it. It was only a matter of time. That's how y'all stupid motherfuckers think. And the whole time when you have worked with somebody or you've been around somebody for a long time, you know where their intentions at. You know their intentions is good or bad. You know that they never gonna give up. You know how long it's taking me to even get to this place right here where I'm at right now? It's taking me a long time. And you know what I'm saying? A person wanted so bad until other things come up and things don't work out and you be like, damn man, what the hell is going on? Like what's the deal? But me, you know what I'm saying? I have a higher power of faith. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna believe with God. I'm always gonna believe in him. And I know he's gonna put me in the best place and he's gonna make me the best version of me. That's the truth. Let's get that up. But yeah, that was dedicated to the haters and regulators. And I'm glad and I'm proud that you are watching. And I'm glad that I use this tool, this mechanism of blocking you off the other platforms that I have, social medias, so you can come to this page. You know what I mean? So you still get to see me at the end of the day. Let bygones be bygones. All right. But yes, let's talk about happiness or settling. I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what I mean? I really want to talk about that. I feel like it's people out here that are really happy. Okay. I feel like there are people out here that are really sad. And when I say sad, I mean that they're settling. You know what I mean? They're happy because they got the nice house, they got nice cars, or they have a person, no matter if you're a male or a female, woman or man, that person is actually taking care of them. And that person, on the flip side, don't want to do anything with their life. Or they might just be complacent for real, for real. This is the truth. Now you got to ask yourself on both sides, because we're going to break down both sides of the spectrum when it comes to this thing, all the way through, because I'm really want to help y'all understand how life can work and how sometimes it works and what you can do to do better or what you can't do or what you won't do. I just really want to cover every situational thought process when it comes to this being happy and just settling. You know what I mean? So you got women and men out there that are in relationships. And basically, I'm talking about relationships, whether it's your friend or it's somebody you're dating or being married. You got people out there, right, that is in a relationship and you got the person that's the caretaker. You know, the other person doesn't work or and you may not work and the other person is, you know what I'm saying, working. Or flip side, male or female, you know, male, male, girls, girls, you know what I'm saying? Or y'all both might be working. You feel me? Y'all both might be working and you got a job, that person got a job, and y'all just tagging along, you know what I'm saying? Got your crib, got your little cars, and you just doing well, but you're not happy. So let's break down the happy part. All right? Being happy. The question is, are you happy with the person that you with? Are you happy with your friends? Let's do the person that you with. Let me drink this coffee real quick because you know I don't really like coffee, but I'm drinking. All right. So, are you happy with the person you with? Do that person make you happy? And I'm not talking about financially. I could be talking about physically and mentally. And you know, we all go through our droughts when it comes to physicality and it comes to being physical. You know what I'm saying? Affectionate, loving and caring. You know what I mean? How was your day? Phone calls, texts, and you text that person. Does that person make themselves accountable enough to do that? Or are you just happy because that person takes care of you and they pay the bills and they give you whatever you want? Is there a friction between that? Is there a big friction? Or do you have all the above? It could get so doggone critical because that person might be taking care of you and you might be taking care of them. And the physical part is there, the mental part is there, okay? But someone dies in your family or your best friend passed away. That could break you down. But is that person going to be there for you when that happens? Because, you know, as time progresses and time goes on, you're going to go through obstacles in life. Let's get that up for real, for real. Now, I don't condone a person that's in a relationship or in a marriage and that person goes all out for you. That's not being consistent. And what I feel like you should do, if you're that person that rely on that person to do everything for you, mentally, when it comes to financial situations and making sure you can get out the pot, that could be really, really, really dangerous, man. That's a fact. because that person has control of your life. Yes, you are dependent on them. You're dependent on them when the chips are down. When technically y'all should be dependent on each other. Because look at it, man. What if that person gets sick? What if that person get in a car wreck? What are you gonna do? Do you have an education? Do you have a backup plan? Are you one of those people that say, all right, well, I should get a job, you know what I'm saying? Go to Walmart. You're not prepared for that. Now, kudos to the people that are prepared for it. Kudos to the people that say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Communication. If you lose your job or this doesn't work out, I got your back. I can do this and I can do that. And if you're a home taker or a home carer, like you stay home, are you going to cook? You should clean. You should do all the subjective things, the critical things, while that person is out there busting their ass and, trying to make it work for you until you get yourself under control. Yeah, you don't need to be sitting around the house, laying around and going to sleep. Nah, don't do that. But the only way both of y'all can make each other happy is communicating these things. It's very important to communicate what you got going on, and everybody just, in the house just thinking, oh, that person got it. I ain't worried about it. They got it under control. But yeah, you could have those things and still not be happy. You could just settle for anything because of your past relationships. You're like, oh, this person, I did this for this person. This person ain't do nothing for me, or this person, treated me bad. They beat on me or whatever you want. Allegedly they did something that they shouldn't have done. You did. That's not cool. So what you do is you find somebody or somebody come into your life and say, oh, I got you. You don't got to worry about nothing. Those people are very, very dangerous. Yes, Lord. I see a lot of rich people out there, but a husband take care of everything. And it's so different between a husband and a wife, or a husband, wife. You know what I mean? I can't leave nobody. I can't leave nobody out. But those people are very dangerous. A person that takes care of you and do everything for you, and you rely on them, you know what I'm saying? And then you become complacent, and you just, you get to a point where you don't care. You don't care. You get lazy. You start feeling entitled. Yes, Lord. You start feeling entitled. You feel like, that person's supposed to do everything for you at some point in your marriage or in your relationship. But just know that person can get tired on you, man. You'll know over the years or through time. Some motherfuckers it'll go 6 months, and that person will show you signs that they're tired and that they're upset deep down inside. And I will tell you a few people or a few things that how it really goes. Person that's really taking care of you and do everything for you, they get tired when they start getting quiet, and they don't want to argue. They just want to be like, all right, whatever you want. I can't stand somebody tell me, whatever you want, whatever you want. You say whatever you want, but I'm like, I want you to fucking talk to me about the situation. You know what I mean? You gotta watch people that do everything for you, because they do have a hidden agenda at some point. Unless y'all have a camaraderie of mental strength to say, hey, listen, what am I doing wrong? Then you got some people, whether it's a male or a female, a husband or wife, that does everything, and then they get an attitude. I just talked about how the people that don't get an attitude and they get quiet and they just like reserved, and they just waiting to bust a blood vessel, get that up for real. Yeah, you got people that really, really, really work hard and do everything, and then they eventually get mad, and then they bust a blood vessel, and they snapping all the time, and then only when they get mad and get upset, they gonna tell you about yourself. You know what I'm saying? They gonna say, "Oh, well, I ain't did this for you, and I did that for you." You know what I mean? Then they start feeling entitled to, "Oh, well, I pay all the bills. I do everything. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want." And you know what? I've been in that situation, man. For real. Let's clap to that. Yeah, I've been in that situation where I was the lead person and I did everything for that person. I'm telling you, man, in my last marriage, I did that shit. I was working 90, 80 hours a week, you know what I'm saying, making six figures, basically taking care of everything. And I felt entitled. I felt like I could do what the hell I want. And then I was around other people, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna call no names. And they was like, man, if you pay all the bills, if you do everything and for this person, you can do what the hell you want. And that's the truth. I feel like I was entitled. I was like, you know what? You can't tell me what to do. Sit your ass down. And the crazy part of that situation is that person was working too. It was just that, you know what I mean? I was making way more money than the other person. I had a lot of more responsibilities outside of the house when it comes to my job, and I had a lot of power. You know what I mean? So I just felt like I was the king. Like nobody could tell me nothing. And that really messed up my last marriage. And I'm just being totally honest. I'm breaking bread with y'all. You know what I mean? That money, power, and respect, it could take you a long way, but it could break your ass down. Let's get that up. It could break you all the way down to the white meat, for real, for real. So you got to be careful when you are dating somebody or you married to somebody and they paying the bills or they take care of most of the bills. You got to bring something to the table. And maybe you don't make the most money. Maybe you do stay home and you cook and clean. But I suggest if you're that person that don't work, do something. You know what I mean? Go back to school. Find you a side job at the house. Find you a hustle. For the ladies, buy you a sewing machine. Make your own pocketbooks. You know what I'm saying? Your own clothing line. Make dresses for the people that go to church. You know what I mean? For real. And if your husband or your wife, they the dominant in the situation when it comes to financial stability, help them out. Pick up the slack. Ask them about their job. Go to their job sometime. Ask them for information that can come up where y'all both can come up. I feel like in a relationship, a marriage, both of y'all need to come up. No one needs to settle. Now, don't get me wrong. For the ladies out there, women, if you have kids and you stay home all the time, you take care of them kids and you take them to school, and they're in all kind of the honor society, they in sports. I mean, that's fair enough. That's a lot of work. Staying home, being a stay-home mom or stay-home dad, it's a lot of work. But I still suggest that you have something in the back pocket, just in case the person that you with lose their job or they get sick. You have to take these things in consideration. You must take these things in consideration. I've seen plenty of housewives and dads stay home and have no credibility under the map. And what I mean by that is they have nothing to fall back on, especially a lot of old retired people, white and black. Moms didn't work, moms did all that for the kids, and then, they get old and ugly, you know what I mean? But the husband or the wife got all the money and they tired. They ready to start their life over again. They going through that crisis at 60. And then they get a divorce after the kids get 18, 19 years old. They graduate, everybody out the house, and then y'all two old, ugly motherfuckers gotta look at each other. You dig? And then the majority of the time, the the male figure, the husband, he out here messing with some young girls. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, you got your own boat, you got your own business. Oh, you retired. You know what I'm saying? Your wife ain't doing you right. She ain't loving you right. Yeah, you got some savages out here that'll be like, hey, I want a piece of that pie. That's why you got to stand firm in your relationship, in your marriage, which leads to this right here when it comes to happiness and settlement. There's a lot of little technical things that you have to do to execute the plan all the way to death do y'all apart. Or if y'all beginning to get in that beginning stage to get married, yes, Lord, you have to be substantial and say, hey, I gotta let these people go. At the beginning of this live, I said you gotta block people and let people go and ride. That's not gonna ride for you because people are gonna be jealous. It don't matter if y'all making together 60,000 collectively a year. That person didn't make it with you, whether it's a male or female, they're going to be upset. They're going to be jealous. They might move on and go date other people, or they might be single. But because if they still want to be in your life, because they're still looking and still trying to figure out what did I do wrong? What was wrong with me? Well, I can't help it if both parties didn't work it out. That's both of y'all damn fault. You know what I mean? But I'm willing to take my losses. I know I made conscious errors in my life, in my past relationships. But deep down inside, I knew I wasn't right for that person. That's the difference between me and other people, and maybe you and other people as well. If you know you're not gonna be with that person, don't waste your time. Why would you want to settle? Why would you want to settle with somebody that you can't get along with? You're not gonna correct anything. You're not gonna make the situation better. You're just gonna stay with that person because you don't want them to be with someone else. Or you haven't invested so much time mentally and physical with that person. And you like, oh, I don't know if I could do this with nobody else. I listen, man, if you could change your job or get promoted or get demoted, because it happens, then you could do that in a relationship or with your friendship or with your marriage. You know, sometimes in your marriage or your relationship, you're going to get demoted. But please, Lord, don't get fired. And that starts with communication. So be aware of the people that really take care of you. And I gave you the signs, whether they're on the terms where they don't really say anything, they just say, okay, whatever you want, baby, I got you. There's some people that just be like, all right, I'm just gonna do this for this person. But then, you know what I mean, they might say for their job, hey, I gotta go out of town for the weekend. And they start doing that shit consistently, that means they cheat on you. And how you bounce back, I'm just giving y'all tips, I'm just giving y'all game. How you bounce back with that is you be like, well, you pick one of them times they say they going out of town. Anybody say they going out of town too much. Now if they job consistent, their job requires them to go out of town. I mean, what can you do? You can take some time out, whether you got kids or not, and go with them. Applause. And you can tell because when they come back off they job situation, watch how they act. They might act different. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm going the flight delay is 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be home late, and then you can just say, all right, okay, that's cool. All right, baby. All right. Well, when you gotta be smooth. You gotta be like, hey, well, all right. When you get here, you know what I'm saying? I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cook for you. Let's go out to dinner. And if they hit you with, I'm tired, and then that's when you just have to go off on their ass. You know what I'm saying? And it's the way you deliver that shit, where you just be like, hey, listen, I'm tired too. I'm tired of you going out of town. When you come back, you don't want to be bothered with me. So when you get back, we gonna go out to eat and we gonna have a conversation. And by the way, even if you're not working, that's why you gotta have a certain stash on the side with the money and a hustle. Cause you be like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna take you out to dinner. And you demand that if you with that person. You're like, I'm gonna take you out to dinner, don't even worry about it. And when they come home, just watch how they act. A person will tell you exactly when they go out of town and when they go out and do stuff, they will tell you exactly what they going on by their physicality, how they move and how they look, their mannerisms. So be careful. But then you got the people that stay home, man. Word to God, son. For the ladies and gentlemen out there, you got people that stay home and don't work. And yeah, they might take care of their kids and your kids, and y'all might have that camaraderie where y'all work together. I'm trying to tell you, idle time is a motherfucker. You don't stay busy at the house, you're gonna be on the internet. You're gonna be on Match.com. Yeah, you're gonna be on Plenty of Fish. You're gonna be on Tinder. Oh yeah. While your partner's out there slaving and working all the time, that shit can affect the situation too. And that's all about being happy or settling. Why do we settle? Well, I feel like most of us settle because we with that person for a long period of time, and it's just like a routine. It's like going to work. You know you're gonna work 9 to 5. You know you're gonna have the weekends off. You already know how the boss is gonna be. You know how everything operates. That's the same thing at the house. Let's give a round of applause for that. And you like, our Lord, I hear some people say this. Lord, I do not want to go. I'm not happy. Yes, deep down in my soul, I am settling. Yes, deep down in my soul, I don't want to be in this relationship. I don't want to be in this marriage. But I have no place to go. Man, listen, it's 2025. Okay? It's 2025. You don't have to do that now. Back in the days, people used to get upset. Nobody got a divorce. Look at all these old people that's in their 80s and 70s still, you know what I'm saying? Chucking and trucking. You know what I mean? These days, don't nobody care if you get a divorce these days. It's not embarrassing to get a divorce. Not saying you should get a divorce and not saying that you should break out of your relationship. I do feel like in your relationship, when it comes to being happy and settling, that's when you need to make a move. Because when you get married to somebody, you don't that's what you're there for. You are committed to that person. You have signed up to be with that person for the rest of your life. You have signed up to be with that person through sickness and health, for richer or for poor. You know what I mean? But when you dating somebody or you just boyfriend and girlfriend, you ain't signing for shit. That's the divorce right there. Does that make sense? You could divorce somebody just being in a relationship. That's when you should divorce a person. You shouldn't wait till you get married or, oh, I've been with this person for a long time. Let's get married. And then 2 months later, 18, 19, after the kid's done, you like, all right, I don't want to deal with this no more. No, divorce somebody in a relationship. I think you need to be impatient when it comes to being in a relationship. And I know that sounds kind of cheesy, it sounds kind of corny, but that's some gangster shit. You know what I mean? That's gangster as hell. Date somebody for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? You be happy, right? Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy. Okay. The next 3 months, you like, oh well. And sometimes it could. I don't know if a relationship these days go a whole year without somebody arguing. Hey, look, that's real as hell. Don't the people that are in a relationship and don't argue and everything's going right? I'm trying to tell you, most of the motherfuckers are not on the internet. What you think? You tell me. Yeah, they got a selective amount of friends. Both parties are really engaged with their family. And this is just my theory. This is my terminology. They're really invested in their family, and they love each other to the point where they don't have to deal with anybody else. Because these days, when you get married, it's a push. It's a push pull. It's a push pull situation. Think about how you came into your relationship. Think about how you came into your marriage, right? Being happy and settled. If you was the type of person that, or you are the type of person that's got friends that like to go out all the time, they like drama, and they always want to go drinking, want to talk about how their life ain't right and things ain't right with them. This is true, pure facts. How you gonna be in a relationship and be married and still deal with those people? And they're not in a relationship. You know what I mean? They don't have anything going on when it comes to being with someone. And every time something go wrong, they gotta tell you what's right. But they not shit. They not right because they don't got anything going on. They not married. They not in relationships. How they gonna tell you how the dog gonna work? They can tell you everything that's wrong, but they can't tell you what's right. And I can't stand TV shows when they say the girl, the girls had a little girl talk, right? And they like, girl, I know how he is. No, actually, they'll say, I know how you are, girl. Don't worry about it. I know you. I've been around you all my life. And then they want to question the dude and try to antagonize him. Let that motherfucker find out on his own. Like, what you gonna do? I cannot acknowledge somebody that don't got shit going on if I'm dating your friend and you don't got nothing going on. And there's always that one knucklehead girl, big girl or skinny girl that know everything about everything. Whether they got kids or not. So you have to let those people go if they don't got nothing going on. Be friends with them, be cool with them, be cordial. You know, hey girl, hey, my boy, you straight, man, you good. All right, man, I'm just checking on you. And sometimes you may not check on them. Sometimes you could just be on the internet and just like their conversation or what they got going on, but that don't mean you got to talk to them. But being happy and settling, it's a strange thing, man, and it's a thin line between the love and hate when it comes to that. So you got to ask yourself, when you in a relationship, are you married? Are you happy? Are you just settling? And no, the answer is, I do not think you should settle. I already broke down when you're in a relationship. Now, if you're married, I suggest you get counseling. Both of y'all need to get counseling. And if it's really rough to the point where y'all can't stand each other, I don't recommend that y'all both go to counseling together. Statistically, that doesn't work. I feel like you need to go and the other person need to go separately. Okay? Separately. You talk about your fears, you talk about your problems to that counselor. And I feel like the other person should go to another counselor, not the same person. All right? I'm giving you a breakdown of being happy and not settling. Or if you want to settle, then that's on you. You go to your counselor or you go to your psychic person, whoever that person is, and that person go, and then y'all talk to those people. And then after, I would say a month, you don't need to be there 6, 7, 8 months and have a motherfucker taking all your money. You know what I mean? And then they write a report. And then after that, all four of y'all come together and discuss the issues. And it should take about 2 months. Shouldn't take long. Because some people, they'll just give it up at the beginning and then you like, oh, well, I don't want to be with this person. But you have to let that person go, man. Do not settle in a relationship and do not settle in a marriage. If y'all got kids, the best thing I can say for that is y'all work on how y'all, before y'all get a divorce or y'all don't want to be with each other. All right? Figure out collectively together. Just call it a butt. Call it deuces, man. Just say, hey, listen, I do not want to be with you. Don't cheat on that person, man. And if that person cheated on you and you know they cheated on you and you caught them, you must leave. You must go. You gotta go. Don't stay. They're gonna cheat on you again. Or they're gonna cheat on you and then you're gonna cheat on them and then y'all just gonna have, y'all might as well just be in a monogamous relationship. You did. You can settle the score by just saying, hey, now baby mama, baby daddy, I'm not getting into that. That's a whole nother ball game. But I'm just saying relationships and marriage. Just call it truth. Sit down, call it a book, and just say, hey, listen, I'm not happy. I don't want to hurt you. You know, I don't want to cheat on you. We need to just sit down and talk about how we gonna take care of these kids. Let's come up with a game plan. Now, if this person got problems and they are alcoholic, they on drugs, or they feel like they entitled, then you probably just need to call it a buck and take your shit, take your kids. If you ladies, if you got kids with that person and they just reckless, you probably just need to start all the way over and get your shit and leave. If it's a dude, husbands, if your wife is entitled and she's controlling, because these are the things I have seen, these are the things that I kind of been through, okay? You probably just need to just say, hey, it's over with. I don't want to deal with that person anymore. I'm done. It's not going to work. For sure. It's not going to work. And pack your shit, find somewhere to stay, move to another state, get away from that person as possibly as fast as you can. Yes, sir. But that's the moral of the story when it comes to being happy and not settling. It's a two-way street. And I know a lot of y'all people out there are like, damn, I'm in this relationship. I'm not happy. Things don't go right. They haven't been going right. Why did I do this? No, no, Sirski. Don't hurt yourself like that. Because anybody and everybody can start over. Where is there a law saying you can't start over? Where is there in a situation where you feel like you can't do it? You have to do it. And shout out to all the single people out there. It's just some people out here. I want to say this, and I'm gonna wrap it up. There's some people out here that's single that just really need to be single. It's okay. I've seen a lot of single people in my life, and over the years, that's very successful. I have an uncle like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he has behind the closed doors or what he has going on. Shout out to my John and Frank. You know what I'm saying? His name John and Frank. You know that old country slang talk. Yeah. He goes where he wants. He travels. He was in the Marines. You know what I mean? In the Army. And he goes wherever he want to go. He go out of town whenever he feel like it. Some people are just made to be, I would say, not alone, but they're not made to be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's just not their cup of tea. That's not their cup of coffee with the cream. You know what I'm saying? With the coffee espresso, with the Italian cream. You feel me? They just don't. It's okay to accept that. Some of y'all just some people can be more happy just being, I wouldn't say alone, but just being single. Have a couple of friends here and there for the rest of your life. I think that's dope. Let's get that up. Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with being single. And if you have been in a relationship, an abusive relationship, or you've been in a situation where you've been married and things don't work out, if you've been with someone for 18, 19, 20 years and y'all get divorced, I seriously don't think that you need to be with somebody no more. Because it just seems like you wasted your half of your century of your life being with someone. I think at the end of the day, you should just give it up and start your life over again by just traveling. Do you? You know what I'm saying? Do you, baby girl? You know what I mean? Baby boy, do you? Or have you been in one of those relationships where it really tore you down? You know, just be single. There's nothing wrong with being single. Nobody, if you don't want no kids or you got kids and they're already raised and they don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Just don't even worry about it, man. Be single. And that's the difference between being happy and settling. Okay? Never settle. Be happy. You could be happy in a relationship. You could be happy in a marriage. You could be happy single. And you could be happy divorced. But it's all up to you. And if you are going to be in a relationship, just remember this. You're going to be in a relationship. Get out while you can. You'll know after a year if the shit don't work. You really will know after 6 months. But I always tell people 4 seasons. All right? You go through the 4 seasons, the weather change, the lifestyle change through the weather. And you know what I'm saying? You see the wind, you see the stars, you see the sun, you see the moon, you see the cold, you see the rain, you see everything. So that's when people change. All right? People change like that through the season. And when you married, same thing. But get out before you get in. All right? Don't ever settle. Always make sure when it comes to your mental awareness that you're happy. And that's facts. All right? Let's get it, man. I hope you enjoyed the show. I did. I hope I gave y'all the jewels. I know I did. And I appreciate y'all. I got 1,900 subscribers. And I try to do my shit different. I'm still in the process of just learning how to get my channel the way I want to get it. But we almost at 2,000. So I'm very thankful, very happy with that. And I'm on this journey and I'm never going to give up. And I don't want you to give up. And I hope you like my beats, man. I've been making my beats. You feel me? I've been making my beats and getting back in the beat game. I'm working on an album for the summertime. I'm going to drop. So any artists out there, when it comes to the music, if you need help with something and you want to know anything about the industry or the music business, or you want to talk about beats, you want to talk about how to be an artist, how to be a producer, I'm here to help you, okay? 100%. So stay positive, stay out the way, don't be afraid to block people, and love y'all. Let's get to it, man. You know I gotta play my other jam. And at the beginning I played my beat. I'm gonna play this beat and then I'm out. All right.